Making the leap from employee to entrepreneur. A personal story by Suzanne Love Hill, author. Employee to entrepreneur was so intent on staying in the corporate world that I went back to school in 1993 to get an MBA degree. 2 years later, I received that degree and got a job making more money than ever before. I thought I had it all. The problem was that I wasn't fulfilled. While trying to convince myself that I really was happy with my job, I had a disturbing intuitive message one day that what I was doing wasn't it. For 2 years, I vacillated from feeling content with the security of my job to feeling unfulfilled. Sometime around the 3rd year, I gave in to this yearning. I began an idea journal, listing ideas of what kind of business I might like to start, and spent time thinking about being my own boss. This exploration stage came to an abrupt halt when I had an experience at work that left me feeling betrayed. I was given a job to manage a sales team and it was taken away because I didn't pass a test. I stood up for myself, for maybe the first time in my professional career. Once the anger wore off, fear set in immediately. I was petrified. I realized that in 2 weeks I was not going to have a paycheck anymore. Paychecks were like lifelines for me. Here I was raising 2 kids alone. The thoughts and feelings about being paycheckers and becoming a bad laddie were overwhelming. I was given a sales position at a new location. I was relieved. Once the relief wore off, however, the yearning persisted. I realized I was right back where I started. Stuck in a job I didn't want. I felt trapped and didn't know how to escape. I thought that the next time I quit I'm going to be prepared. So I attended business startup seminars. I learned 2 things from these seminars: that I need to save money and write a business plan. I was on a mission now. I'm united figuring out what business to start and writing a business plan while working full-time, running a household, raising 2 kids and saving money. I decided to start a magazine. My newly hatched idea had been completely crushed and I again didn't leave my job. I was depressed and my emotions whipsawed me around, hating my job and doing it anyway because I couldn't leave. That time I planned and tried and still couldn't leave. In a moment of humility and desperation, I asked myself, what do I need to do? I got an answer. I needed to change and grow. I realized that everything I had done to prepare myself for this transition was outside of me. I had done nothing to address and release my fears, to develop confidence and ultimately, to face the unknown. So this time, I got busy on me. I started an inner journey. I looked at my fears and developed what-if scenarios that I could live with. I started doing something different every day, to get used to change. I asked for spiritual direction and meditated daily. I read books like Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Slowly, I began changing from the inside out. My business plan this time was a rough draft of becoming a consultant. I was truly stepping into the unknown. 9 months after my first attempt to leave my job and 4 months after the second attempt, I gave my notice for the 3rd and final time. The night before I gave this final notice, I had a dream that indicated that I was free now. This was reassuring since I wasn't sure if I would even make it through the 2-week time frame and take my job back again. I took an entire month off following my exit from the workforce. I was exhausted, mentally, physically and emotionally.